prepping, it's one less person we got to worry about.
Civility will come back eventually. You know what I'm saying? The actual shift itself won't be that long. I mean, it may be years, it may be 10, 20 years, but eventually civility will come back because people are going to have to trade. People are going to want to socialize. It's just human nature.
Without rule of law.
We all have to be ready to be part of the wolf pack.
Yeah.
So as soon as it, like what you just said, Josh, as soon as the balloon goes up and there's no rule of law anymore, there's motherfuckers who are ready on day one to fuck you and your family up. They don't care.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to be ready to be the person who's waiting on them to fuck them up before they get there to your family.
You have so many crazy situations that will arise where people just want to take advantage of it. You'll have retards trying to still rob banks when you can't even spend money. You know what I'm saying? You'll have retards trying to kill your family to take your chickens when they don't even know how to raise chickens or they don't even know how to take care of chickens. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and probably don't know how to skin them out right either.
Any of that.
As soon as it goes up, there's going to be people who aren't doing what we're doing. It's just in them. They're just that type of person. They don't even know it. When the shit pops off, they're going to do whatever it takes to protect their family. They're going to be some badass motherfuckers. Like, it's just going to happen. There's going to be people in our own community who are talking all the shit we're talking. They're not ready for it. They're just talking a big game. And when it pops off, they're going to die. That's just reality. That's just how it is. It's like that in war, man. When you're in the military, you'll see the biggest, baddest ass motherfucker. He was like varsity football player. He's fucking ripped. Looks like freaking Goldberg from the WWE. As soon as the first shot's fired, he's cringing in the back of the fucking Humvee. And the littlest motherfucker's up there telling him to get his ass up and put fucking rounds down range. That's just how it is. Some people talk a big game. Yes, sir. Some people talk a big game, and some people just do what they do because that's who they are.
And that's a good point too, Native, for talking about training and getting out there and being at least to start out to be around them weapons, not just yours, but them other ones that are firing and
yes.
You know, get someone that knows what they're doing, that is training you properly, but get someone to while you're shooting to slap you with the stick, to be slapping at your weapon, to slap at you. I know it's not real combat training, but you know what I'm saying? You got to do something, train, you know, get out there and train with them weapons, man. And I'm telling you, it makes a difference whenever you start doing that regularly, you know, training with these weapons, man. All of a sudden, you know, it's a little more clear when stuff is happening. You're not going, oh shit, man, weapons are going off all around me. Shit's happening, you know, because you're used to that. Yeah. And it's important.
Can I throw this out there to y'all, man? And if y'all don't feel me and y'all don't think I'm right, that's cool. I get it, man. But this is what I see. This is what I see building up. I think we done stacked Europe. I think we got buku weapons, buku people over there and shit. But I think that something's up because it's the little things, man. It's the little emails that you get talking about, oh, well, you can't talk about this and this. They're setting it up, man. It's coming. It ain't no joke, man. We sat on here for a month talking about, you know, man, it's so fucking frustrating, man, because we can sit here and talk about it all day long. People watch movies and it's got fucked up shit on it, but there's shit going on right now. They're putting people in basements and throwing grenades in there. They're stripping 16-year-olds out the house, killing their parents, and then raping them motherfuckers, man. They're slaughtering people. They're going into towns and just slaughtering the entire fucking town. They're leveling it and killing anybody who walks. No matter who you are.
Bro,
you know, a lot of people will talk down on it like, nah, there ain't no way. There ain't no way. I've sat on this panel with some of y'all and you know, ain't no way. Ain't no way. And if we keep fucking doing that, man, we're going to keep falling for the bullshit. I'm telling y'all, something's coming and it's big. It's the feeling. It's everything added up. I've been watching it for years. I've been on this fucking planet for 46 years, man. It's adding up. Something's coming big. And I ain't playing, man. I really, truly believe this. I feel it.
Well, let me ask you this, Tribe. So, I mean, because I get what you're saying, because I remember feeling that frustration, man, and saying, you know, nobody's listening, man. Nobody's taking this shit serious, man. And so I kind of turned my focus on to, you know what? If I'm gonna say it, and if the motherfuckers don't listen, if they don't want to take it serious, then I fuck them. You know, I mean, it just, I, you kind of get to a
get
point.
ugly. It's gonna get ugly
I know it is.
backwards.
I know it.
It's gonna be like nothing we've ever lived, man. And it's gonna happen now. It's gonna happen now. It's already transforming. It's already working itself up.
Yeah.
These movies that you see where the military is controlling the streets, it's what we're gonna see. And it might not be our fucking military in some spots. It's gonna be crucial. We're not going to be worrying about who's president and who not, because we're going to be looking at other people to be leaders, because we're going to need help. There's going to be so many millions needing help.
What is coming is something like nobody has ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's coming. And there is so many young people out there right now who have had everything they wanted in this country. They've had everything they wanted. They are spoiled fucking rotten.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, when that fucking supply line stops, you're gonna have a lot of motherfuckers out there that are gonna freak the fuck out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's gonna be a bad fucking deal, man. It's already unsafe to walk on the fucking streets, man.
Right.
Yeah, crime's up big time.
Big time. To me, I feel like people are not happy. Like people are just, I don't know, miserable and sad looking.
Yeah.
All the time.
I think that's been a long time coming though. For the last 2 years, it's just been progressive. You know, I joke a lot on my channel and say, about people behaving badly, and it's getting worse out there, and people are, cracking up. But I really believe that it's true. If you just look around, I mean, not even major crimes that we see in the news, but just people in our day-to-day lives, people acting out and being crazy at the store, crime, local crime, theft and robberies going on, burglaries in your local area, people who are just behaving badly, who aren't handling things. People don't care anymore.
If anything was planned, I think that was to break people's minds, to make people not give a fuck anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people get worn down to where, because I said this maybe last year, even at some point. It's been at some point within the last 2 years about, I really believe it's, I don't want to call it like psyops or something like that, but whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
To wear you down and make you tired, and you don't care anymore, and you don't want to fight, because there are still people saying, I want it to be like before. That was 2 fucking years ago. Excuse me. There is no before. We're not going backwards here. We're going forwards.
Yeah. And there's so many variables. There really is.
Yes.
And everything we see what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, no matter what happens there, in the end, it all comes down to what are you doing in your own home right now to prepare for whatever may come. It's like all the states are making their stands for one side or the other. So whatever the federal government does, it in the end, it also comes, what is the state doing? And then it comes down, what's your county doing? Like, what is your local sheriff doing? What is your city council doing? What are your county commissioners doing? What's your local community doing? What's your neighborhood doing? In the end, when the balloon goes up, it all comes down to that too. There's so many variables that we have to be aware of all the time.
For me, seriously, and I think something that could be affecting a lot of people is just the fact that I think it started with the whole Patriot 9/11 that deal, but I can remember a time where seriously you could make a 5-year plan where you were looking forward to what was going to come in the next 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Work hard, increase my pay, take some vacations, maybe try to get a bigger house, saving for this car. But now, to be honest with you, I'm kind of like in limbo at this point. So all you hear is the economy is collapsing. We're going to the shitter. So every decision that I'm making right now it's like 50-50. The clouds are above all of us now, and we can't see the sunshine. We're praying for it, and we're holding on, and we're hoping for it. But
I've never lived that way. I've never lived happy and smiling, man. I mean, of course, I've joked around and had good times and shit, but I've always been military minded, and maybe that ain't the right word, but I'm dead fucking serious too, man.
We're preppers, man. We have a lot of food. They're going to wonder how come you can stay in that house, or how come you don't come out of that driveway any longer.
Yep.
How are you surviving that long? There's going to be people that see that.
Your neighbors are going to be so desperate for food. I mean, it's amazing what someone who's that desperate for food because of hunger, what they'll do. You know, I've seen it, man. I've seen what people will do when they're starving, man. I've seen them. I saw a man beat to death because he was starving, and he stole food from a family who was starving, and that's all they had. They beat him to death, man. The mother, there was some old grandparents, the children. They were beating this man to death, and all he was doing was shoving bread in his mouth the whole time they were beating him to death. You know, desperation for food, man. You don't know what your neighbors are capable of until they're starving to death and they know you have food. What are you willing to do to someone you've lived next to your whole life? A lot of people are gonna turn to the government who are setting up their FEMA camps and
Oh,
saying,
yes.
"Take care of me. My neighbor's got all these food. If I take you to their food stores, will you take care of me?" A lot of people are gonna do that.
Oh, yeah.
How are you gonna stop them from doing that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be hard, man. Like Tribe's right. We don't know how hard it's gonna be. I think a lot of us don't. Like even all of us on the panel, like we're talking about it. We know it's coming, and I still think a lot of us don't understand what's gonna come.
No.
It's not gonna be fun, man, and that's why. Even like with me and Hutch, like with our homesteads, like this is our last stand area, but I have a couple of backup areas that we need to retreat to if we need to, just because what if this area is not safe? What if all of them go to the FEMA camps? This place ain't gonna be safe. You know, for my kids, for my 3-year-old. I mean, it's not gonna be safe here for them. I have a newborn on the way. I have to be ready to go at a moment's notice. You know, that sucks. It really sucks, man. I'm making like a lot of long term plans here to sustain my family indefinitely. But what if I have to leave it? You know, what if taking out one or two families in my neighborhood is what's going to keep my family safe here? That's a hard decision. You know how hard it is to go and take out. I mean, even to think of it, that's a horrible thing to think of.
And the bad thing about it is, Native, is think about there might be somebody down the road from you thinking the same thing about you.
I don't think it's as hard as we're making it out to be. Just my opinion. I don't think it's that, man. If you look back on history, man, and look at the savages that human beings have been, like we've been more savage than decent, way more savage than decent. I don't think it's gonna be all that hard. And if you, I think you better have your mind ready to be that way. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what's gonna do it for me? I did a video on this one about a while back, right? I mean, all right, so literally, like, chat, fam, we're all sitting here like, we're gonna be the ones doing all the bussing. We're gonna be the ones inflicting the hurt. But can you imagine, like, literally, like the first time that you're getting shot back at, somebody is shooting at you. I don't know what that would do to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we'll take them out if we have to, but when you're getting shot at, man, and you see your entire life flash before you.
It don't go like that. It don't go like that. I mean, maybe in the military, maybe a military action does.
I'm listening because I want to learn.
But seriously, man, sometimes you can be getting shot at and you're running and you're giggling your fucking ass off. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the movies, man. You know what I mean? No bullshit.
Saying.
You get put into fucked up positions in life, man. Sometimes you react. You don't react like the movies show you, man.
I mean,
you know.
Can you imagine how many people, seriously, how many, like, for real, like, yeah, they're getting shot at. I'm getting shot at. And it's got to be at least 50% of the population. Like, it's movies. But when that happens, you're like, you know what? I'm done with this shit. I'm done. And they break down and they don't even know what to do with themselves. Like, the reality that they could expire is they understand that this is not a game anymore. Running around with plates and gear is not a game. You know what I'm saying?
A human will go hard, man. Put a motherfucker in the corner, man. Put a motherfucker in the corner and see what happens. You know, man. Everybody's been in those situations where if you thought about that situation, you would think, "Damn, that would be scary. I would never want to be in that." But when you end up in it, your human fucking. Your soul, man, it's a drive. It drives you to survive. Our survival. And sure, there's going to be people that just fold and lay down on the ground.
That's what I'm talking about.
But there's going to be a lot of motherfuckers who are just going hard. You know what I mean?
Because I'm going to tell you, just being honest, I'm going to tell you, bro, if I'm out there kitted up and I got my thing on me and I'm defending, you know what I'm saying? And somebody gets let off 4 or 5 or 6 of them at me. I'm ducking and I'm gonna be like, you know what? this is really not all it's cracked up to be. Like, thank God I'm still here. But I'm gonna have to be smarter. But there are gonna be people that are gonna experience that, and no matter what, they're gonna be ready to give it all up and to go to the food lines and to go to the trains, FEMA, and they're gonna be like, nah, this is just too real. I'm not built for this. You're gonna see tons of people who just can't take it anymore, man, mentally.
They say it brings a whole new level to you when you see someone beside you get shot and melt down.
Okay. The horrors of war. It's not televised, you know.
War is horrible. I hope that it never happens. They're not like, yeah, I'm ready for it. They're like, please, this is not what you want. You don't understand what, you know. So they're all like, I pray that none of this happens. That's how bad this shit'll be. And you catch more fish than tribe.
All that momentum and shit.
Now you got to throw me under the bus. For anything you do in life, there's a million fucking excuses of why not to do it. For every fucking thing you want to do, whether you want to walk to the bathroom, there's 20 reasons I can come up with right now why maybe I don't want to go to the bathroom. I could trip, fall, hit my head on the fucking rail. I could step on the cat and break his neck. I could bump into Niecy and she falls through a window. You know, but if you're gonna do something in life, man, you got to fucking go for it, man. If you constantly make excuses, you'll never fucking do nothing, man.